I got it a video, so I put it on.
No, I need a picture.
Yeah, no, I got the picture too.
Let me see if it did. She did. There you go. Okay. You made it. Barely, but you made it.
No, I made it before her because I got.
Well guys, as you guys can see, there is a castle on the top. Today is a historic tour guide and we are at the castle of Almourol by the river Tagus, and we are going up to the castle, and this is the path. So as we get there, I will show you. Let me show you what does it say here. Now this castle is connected to the Templar, Knights of Templar, and as we go on I will give you a description of what I'm seeing so you can have a view of Portugal, the historic part of it on video. Hopefully you will enjoy it. Now let me show you something very interesting, and you might ask, why cactus here? This is not a cactus region, but this is what they used to use as a barbed wire to avoid the enemies from coming into the castle.
Damages to the structure itself, you do. So, in this castle, we only have one door in. This one. Only one door, easier to defend, and less damages to the structure itself. One other thing is the openings on the walls. You see, all the places for arrowmen, archers and everything, they are very high, close to the end of the walls. The higher you make them, the less damage the structure is. Meaning?
So this is a Templar castle.
Meaning that the higher you make the openings, the less you weaken the wall if you open it low. Not only that, but you see the shape of the towers?
Yes.
They are round. Why round towers? Because if you have a round tower, if you can use a catapult or anything against it, and things would bounce, not hit it straight in the middle. So you have an angle to bounce things to the side.
So guys, now we are going inside the castle. Yes. Now the majority of the castle itself has been rebuilt because of the earthquake of 1775. It was rebuilt to look like exactly the way it was. But the only original parts of this castle are the boulders that you see here. Now let's go inside so you guys can see, and my sound will be a little muffled because of the mask that I have to put on because of the COVID regulations.
So, my lovely and wonderful people, this castle here, it is the example of a medieval structure. We can see it by how it's made. It's small, so it's easy for us. This was the area that if the walls were breached, this was the first area to fall onto the hands of the enemy. Why? Because you have there a second door that gives you access to a second set of walls. Smaller, so easier to defend. So this was like an Almedina, the habitational area. And that area over there, like an enemy or a spy or anything.
There is a little door all the way down there. That's called the trader's door. There is only one door in, but no one said about multiple doors out. Now that's an escape route. Okay, so you can probably just go down and roll down, but very difficult to invade the castle through that door. So that's the door into this quarter. And let me show you, that's the tower. That was the last point of defense of the castle. They call it the keeper. Now, let me show you how you get there. Now, today we have a ladder made of steel, but back then it was made of wood. So once they ran into the keeper through a stairs made of wood, they would then remove the wood so they would be kept in a safe way. So now we're gonna go up there and see how it looks like inside. Now we are going inside the keeper. I'm going through the doors so you can see how it looks like. This is the first level. Another steel and wooden ladder. Remember what I told you in the beginning, years ago when this was originally built, this used to be all wood because it was more flexible, less weight on the structure. So it's very small. Now this is a little window that shows outside, but I want you to see what do I see here. Two little eggs. I don't know if it's what type of a bird they are. Now I am almost on the top of the tower, and let me show you what they saw from here. The Tagus River. If enemies were coming to attack, they would come through there. Now, if you look at the river, on the left side is the Portuguese side, there, and on the other side, the right side, would be the Moor side, the enemy side. And from here, you can actually see a distance when they were coming, how many of them were coming, and how powerful the attack would be. Now, let me show you the castle from iceberg point of view. Now guys, I have reached the mountain top. This is where you can see everything around. Let me just pan the camera. Well, to a lots of Portuguese people, they know this, but my audience, they are not more, they're not all Portuguese. But I want to show you a very famous house of the most famous Portuguese poet called Luís Vaz de Camões. This is the house where he actually lived while he was in exile here at this small town. Now, Camões was a Casanova, a Don Juan, a ladies' man, and because of that, he was placed in this town in exile.